this thing on? Let's talk LSAT. If you're not using AI to study and it's almost 2026, what are you doing? What are you doing? I made notes on my iPad because AI has really took my practice score was 134. I'm sitting at a 156 right now in practice tests, and I take my test in February. Let's start here. These are my rules. AI is not right. Actually, let's just assume every time that it's wrong. You have to make the AI prove it to you. My next rule is going to be test the strategies that they give you. Everything that they give you, everything that they say is not the right thing. It's not the right way that you're supposed to be doing it. It doesn't always work for you. Me, I have ADHD. I remember specifically going through it with the RC skeleton, and I'm like, your skeleton does not make sense. So I started doing my own skeleton. I took the skeleton that they told me to use and I tweaked it for what I knew would work for me. Now I feel like I have the perfect RC skeleton and I get through it and we're good. That brings me to my third rule. Tweak what works for you. Take what you need, leave the rest. Take what you need, leave the rest, okay? AI is the tool, it's not the blueprint. Clock it, it's not the blueprint, okay? I use AI for how I start studying with AI is diagnosis, really. It's like me, what I do every time, and I use Law Hub now and I use LSAT Demon, but every question that I get wrong, I'm screenshotting it, I'm putting it into LSAT. When I get along, and it's especially science passages, I screenshot them, I put them into ChatGPT, and I'm like, I need you to break this down for me. Here's my thought process. So I go through, and let's just say it's a logical reasoning question. And I say, okay, this is why this answer choice, I didn't choose it. This is why I didn't choose this one. This is why I didn't choose this one. Then I go to the premise. I say, this is the premise I found. This is the conclusion I found. I let AI into my brain so that it can be like, okay, here's where you messed up. And it helps with those gaps, and it helps to put into the pieces that you're missing. And then also it's like I put it in there and I'm like, here's exactly why I thought this answer was right, but this is wrong. And so I will argue with the AI. I argue with the AI all the time because I need to make sure. And it's like with you arguing with it, you start understanding. You're like, oh. Also, it helps to put things in, and this is going to number 3. It helps to put my plain ideas into LSAT terms, because what I'll do is I'll say, okay, well, this means this and this is this, and it's like I might add a little sass to it, whatever, and it's like, but then you go to the answer choices, and the answer choices say what you're saying in a different way. It doesn't say exactly what you're saying. So it really helps me translate my wording into what works for LSAT. And also, I use it as a logic mirror. So anytime I am getting a negation, first of all, ChatGPT helped me learn negation. Negation was the hardest thing I really just got negation, and it's taken my score up. But like, negation used to be my hardest thing, and then I put into ChatGPT and I started really working with it, and I was arguing with it and I was trying to figure it out and everything, and I finally got it. And then I started understanding necessary assumptions, sufficient assumptions, and contrapositives. Sometimes I still get mixed up, especially on the multiple contrapositives. So I use the ChatGPT I'll put in the question if I need to, and if it's multiple contrapositives, then I will like say what I think the contrapositive is. It'll tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right. Right? And that helps a lot, because then it's also like, okay, well, this is actually why this contrapositive is supposed to be switched. It helps me like make sure the understanding is there, the knowledge is there, because I'm really building a mindset that doesn't just get every question right, but it knows exactly why I'm getting every question right. It's like I don't need to have to question myself. I automatically know that, okay, this is the right answer choice. This is exactly what I'm looking for every time I go and look for an answer. So, feedback loops. It's like going back to diagnosis, because I wanted to say it's like it's a wrong answer journal that talks back. It's not you just thinking, okay, well, I got this answer, and you have to really try to, because it's like it's so hard for me to purge myself and figure out why I got an answer wrong. It's hard for me to purge myself and figure out why I got an answer right. So it's really a wrong answer journal that talks back to you. It's chef's kiss. I'll take practice tests, I'll take sections, and then as soon as I'm done with it, I'll just put it all into ChatGPT so that it can tell me like, okay, well, these are the question types that you tend to get wrong. This is this is where your understanding is lacking a little bit, and then I'll practice on those things, and I'll make sure, I love it for that specifically, because it's like it's helping you pinpoint what you're already good at and what needs work, and then it's like it's helping you get those little questions or those points, like those small easy points. That's what it's helping you do. Number 7 is going to be emotional regulation, and this might sound crazy, but I get on there and some days I'm like, look, I'm frustrated. I can't do this. I'm not built for this LSAT. I'm not built to be a lawyer. I'm not built to go to law school, because the LSAT is the first part, and this is how hard it is. I'm not built for it. And it really goes back and shows me proof of, it's like, how are you going to say that you're not built for it? And here's the proof. Here's the proof of everything that you work hard for. And it's like, some days I really need that, and then I'm like, oh, I'm that girl. I'm just having a rough day. And then finally, when I did not have Law Hub, LSAT Demon, or any of those things, and when I was first getting into studying for real and locking in this August, I was deep on ChatGPT, and I was like, just give me similar questions. And I started from the bottom. I started from the bottom because those questions, it was ridiculous. But shout out to ChatGPT, man. And it's crazy because I realized that once I started using it, I wasn't getting the questions wrong because I didn't know the questions. I was getting them wrong because my thought process is plain compared to LSAT thought process. That's how I use AI to study. I really hope that this helps people. Let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you want some prompts. I have prompts and specific examples of things that I've said to ChatGPT specifically. So let me know.